so important that you pay attention to this video today. Oh my goodness, they are struggling because they'd prefer us, meaning banks and central banks and governments. How do they grow money? They grow it with debt. Well, if the consumer is using cash, that means they're not growing their debt, and therefore they're not growing the money supply. And this means deflation. And there's only one way to fight deflation, and that's with inflation, which the Fed is already.
Today, Lynette Zang shares an important warning you need to hear. There's a major shift happening right now, and it's all about debt. Debt might seem helpful at first, but it's like walking through quicksand. The more you rely on it, the deeper you sink. And with inflation on the rise, people are turning to cash for stability. But is that enough? Lynette explains how converting your wealth into sound money, like gold, can give you solid ground to stand on and protect your financial future. Don't wait. Learn how to safeguard your security before it's too late.
Because there is a major pattern shift that is happening right now. Yes, another one. This should tell you how fast we're moving toward the end. But frankly, it's all about the deception of debt and how that is shifting now. Because people are walking through quicksand without even realizing it. And the more that they use debt, even though it looks great in the beginning, the deeper they sink. Now, they're looking to switch to cash to get to more solid ground. But of course, we've got inflation with this. So by converting this stuff into sound money, that's where you can build a fortress on that solid ground to ensure your lasting security. So let me show you what's happening right now, because delinquencies in consumer credit are spiking. Look at this. People are noticing it. Consumer confidence suffers the biggest monthly drop since 2021. What was happening in 2021? We were in the middle of the COVID crisis, and the job market hopes waver. Oh my goodness. The plunge in consumer confidence, and this is a con game, it requires confidence, but the plunge in consumer confidence in September underscores the growing pressure on many households as the labor market weakens. And the corporations are counting on consumers to continue to consume. But retailers are facing an uncertain holiday season as that consumer spending slows. So households are poised to take a breather. What does that look like to supporting the economy and stocks that are at nosebleed levels, the most expensive ever in history? Corporations want consumers to continue to spend, and so what are they doing? Well, here's an example of Walmart and Amazon that are offering new payment options as consumers seek flexibility. And we've seen what that flexibility can look like in breaking up those payments into little pieces, except once you get a whole lot of those payments into little pieces, it's now a large payment. But consumers are seeking payment options that allow them to play it safe with their finances to not exceed their means, because simply put, they are struggling. And here in a new study, this is so critical. Younger consumers lead payment shift from credit to debit. So what do we see? The use of cash. The use of cash is up 34% from last year for groceries and 23% for retail. Do you see the shift? Because before they were using credit cards, they were using the Klarna, the breaking it into small pieces. Now they're using cash because they're realizing the error of their ways. Debit cards now underpinning half of digital wallet transactions across grocery and retail. So this is pay as you go, not buy it now and pay it into the future. This is a good shift. I hope it didn't happen too late. But cash spending at restaurants has increased 12% since 2023, with the use of cash again gaining ground last quarter to approach 23% of spending in this category among older and wealthier consumers. So that use of cash is growing all across the economic enterprise, which is as it should be, because they'd prefer us, meaning banks and central banks and governments. How do they grow money? They grow it with debt. Well, if the consumer is using cash, that means they're not growing their debt, and therefore they're not growing the money supply. And this means deflation. And there's only one way to fight deflation, and that's with inflation, which the Fed has already vowed to do. So really, what is this pattern shift telling us? It's telling us that the normal public and the normal consumer is being aware, because we see Amazon, we see Costco, we see Walmart selling gold bullion. They wouldn't be selling it if the public were not demanding it. And this is not the sophisticated public that's demanding it. This is the younger public. This is the more naive public. And what that tells us, that loss of confidence is growing exponentially. And once the consumer loses confidence, game over. Every con game requires new players and requires new money. If people are now paying cash for their purchases, well, that means they're not paying interest on all those high credit card interest payments, but it also is deflationary, and it threatens the stock markets at these ridiculous levels. But let's add on some gold and silver, because this is really where the safety is, since it protects your ability to purchase. Silver, the same amount of goods and services, and gold, even more. And there's a whole strategy around it. So make sure what I'm showing you is that we are running out of time. And if you haven't done so already, please give us a like, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell next to it. We'll let you know when we're issuing another very important video. And this is an important video. So make sure that you share. It's critically important that people understand what they're dealing with and where we are in this trend cycle. And so I know 100% that together we can really make a positive difference for the whole world. All we have to do is create a quiet revolution by converting this fiat money garbage into sound money, physical gold and silver in your possession.
If this video helped you understand the shifting debt landscape and the importance of sound money, be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more insights. Hit that notification bell so you stay updated on critical financial changes as they happen. Remember, building your financial security starts with staying informed. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.